Welcome to Ball na Ball Kenya Premier League Weekly Review, and wow, have we got a match to talk about. This week we are breaking down a midweek shocker that has completely turned a relegation battle on its head. We're talking Nairobi United versus A.P.S. Bomet, and trust me, this one was a roller coaster. So the scene was set perfectly at the legendary Nyayo National Stadium. You can just feel the atmosphere from the commentary there welcoming everyone to the capital. But this wasn't just another league game. You see, this was a massive rescheduled fixture and the pressure was on for both clubs. That really was the million-dollar question, wasn't it? On one side, you've got Nairobi United, who are just coming back from a tough, probably exhausting campaign in the CAF Confederation Cup, and on the other side, you've got A.P.S. Bomet, a team absolutely desperate for a win, stuck in a 7-game curse without one. Something had to give. Alright, so let's really dig into this because it truly was a tale of two very different teams heading into this clash on Wednesday, February 4th, 2026. You just couldn't write a more dramatic setup. I mean, just look at the contrast here. Nairobi United, they're sitting pretty comfortably right there in 10th place. But, and it's a big but, were those continental travels going to leave them with heavy legs? Then you look at A.P.S. Bomet, oh man, 7 games, no win, stuck way down in 17th place. For them, this wasn't just a game, it was a potential lifeline. So the whistle blows. How does it all go down? Well, you might have expected the home side to dominate, but it was the underdogs A.P.S. Bomet who came out of the gates absolutely flying. And you know what? That fast start paid off big time. Just a little over 20 minutes into the game, they did the unthinkable. They grabbed the lead and silenced the home crowd. A massive moment. The man of the moment was Anthony Naibe, and get this, he pounced on a really sloppy defensive mistake from Nairobi United and just buried it. You just can't make errors like that at this level. The commentary just exploded. Anthony Naibe puts them a funde ahead, which is the nickname for A.P.S. Bomet, since they're the team for the administration police. So the officers were leading. How about that for a story? It was Naibe's very first goal in the Premier League. What a time to get it. So Bomet goes into the break with that crucial 1-goal lead. But we all know a 1-0 lead in football is probably the most dangerous scoreline there is. The second half was set up to be an absolute nail-biter. Instead of sitting back and trying to defend, A.P.S. Bomet came out with the same fire, and in the 65th minute, bam, they did it again. They doubled their lead, putting themselves in an incredible position to take all 3 points, and it was a substitute, Dixon Mwandi, who landed the punch. Fresh off the bench, he found himself in on goal after, you guessed it, another huge mistake from the Nairobi United backline, and he just calmly slotted it home. You got to hear how the commentators called this one. They said they gave him the pass themselves. It really was a gift. It was like Nairobi United just handed them the goal on the silver platter, a self-inflicted wound that made the mountain to climb that much higher. But hold on, just when you thought it was all over, the game took another twist. With about 15 minutes left to play, Nairobi United finally found a spark. They clawed one back and suddenly it was game on. It was their own substitute, Muhajiri Hakizimana, who got his first goal for the club. And just like that, at 2-1, the final minutes were set up for an absolutely frantic, heart-in-your-mouth finish. So, despite that late push from the home side, A.P.S. Bomet's defense was like a brick wall. They held on for a truly historic win. Now, let's talk about the big picture, because this 2-1 result sent shockwaves through the league table. Okay, so before kickoff, this is where A.P.S. Bomet was. 17th place, right in the thick of the relegation zone, looking up at a very steep hill. And then, after 90 minutes of pure grit, look at that jump, all the way up to 14th. That's not just a step, that is a giant leap towards safety. Here you can see the ripple effect this one result had. Nairobi United stays in 10th, but Bomet's incredible win drags Ulinzi Stars and Kariobangi Sharks right into that danger zone. This has blown the survival race wide open. It's going to be a wild finish to the season. When that final whistle went, you could just feel the emotion pour out from the Bomet players and staff, and the commentary team summed it up with this incredible metaphor. A soldier in the desert desperately searching for water and finally finding it. This wasn't just a win, it was relief, it was a lifeline. What a massive result for Coach Sammy and his side. So, what do you think? Was it the fatigue catching up with Nairobi United, or was this just a masterclass in determination from Bomet? Let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment below. Fan, I'm your host, Paul Lashop. Like and subscribe to the channel to keep the ball rolling. Bye.